Well, I never really get it right in the first try, anyways. So, uh, it's all right. But anyways, uh, yeah. So we are live for for good right now, and yep, I think I can safely quit out of the studio and close out GPU screen recorder, which, by the way, highly recommended tool. OBS used to take like a lot to even function, but this, on the other hand, just gets stuff done. Like if I go to processes and this, why am I even using a GUI? Yep, there you go. So GPU screen recorder, yep, takes up just 43.4 MB, which is so cool. And I think no, not WGS. Piper Pulse? No, that's just my audio. Oh, yep, here we go. The GTK. Okay, and the Goa Daemon is, um, uh, yeah, yeah, we do not want to get into all of this too complex. Anyhow, so yesterday I actually started working on a small project of mine called, which I'm calling Mubit. Right? I actually wanted to be like a full stack Reddit clone, but I want to mix in a lot of stuff. I know, like I want to first up make myself familiar with multi-language protocols, right? So I want to work a bit with RPC, although I'm not going to be implementing RPC. I'm going to be implementing a very weird form of it, where it's just a common database. That's it. So our model is going to remain the same essentially, and yeah, rest all is going to change. So, for example, I feel like implementing the like, the comment, and all of those functionalities in Go, or maybe I'll implement the user authentication in Go, and all of the other stuff. So yeah, I think uh, likes, upwards, downwards, recommendation system, I'll probably use Python. So I want to combine all of this into a multicultural backend, if you may, or let's just call it multi-dimensional backend. And the front end, well, I've never really used SvelteKit, so I'm highly thinking of using this, learning this, right? So I'm going to be using SvelteKit, and not to forget, I am an HTMX fanboy, right? So obviously I'm going to be using HTMX wherever I can. So uh, probably going to be a mix of both. Although I mean a little bit of React here and there, just a little bit. I don't think will hurt anyone, right? Because let's be honest, React is React. So, actually, I think I can show you what all I have done uh, yesterday. I mean, it'll be quite easy to cover it. Uh, Let me just open that up. Oh, not register a web view. Oh, yeah, yeah, I disabled the third party cookies. Understandable. That's all right. So, this is going to be the journal entry. I'm going to do one for every day I develop. So, this was the original plan yesterday. At least I want to test my skills doing the whole web development thing perfectly from the start. I want to build a backend in various languages, databases, and front ends partially in SvelteKit and HTMX. Quite excited. Follow along the journals, blah blah blah. It's written using Zim. I end up using Zim Desktop a lot, so that's what I use. So that's written in that. But basically, yesterday we got started on the Rust part of the backend. which is where most of our stuff will be based off of anyways. Uh, so this is how it currently looks like. We have the basic Axum stuff set up. We have one listening on what port again? No, I think it's port 8000. I've sort of added a .config file for all of that, but we also have tracing set up. And yeah, we have a tracing this thing set up as well, which is from the kind guys at Tokyo. We have like a cool errors thing. We have a config thing. This is actually the one that gets stuff from the config, right? So this you will find some patterns to be very similar to uh, I forget the YouTuber's name. He's quite popular. I really like his content. I'll probably link a video down of his. But we use a once lock, which is this new Rust feature, which actually initializes the variable just once. So we don't want to be loading the config in every time, right? It's static. So we also all of the stuff we need is going to be in the model directory, which is going to be a pool of Postgres. When I had initially committed this yesterday, I did not have a plan for what sort of a way I was going to interact with my database, but now I do. I'll be showing that, but this is a basic SQLX setup. I have a PG pool that if we are testing, it's one, or else we set it to five. Five is a good number, right? Ignore the mod.rs. I don't like putting anything in mod.rs. Instead I would rather build upon a base.rs. Right? Let me leave this site. It has nothing of significance right now, and instead cd into my Rust project that I had opened up. Hopefully this is clear in the video, but I still get uh, some people telling me that the font is too small. So I mean, this is a good font, right? I'm sure this is good enough. This is, I think this is at 18 pixels. I guess I can go 19, but uh, isn't this okay? Right. So uh, yep, we have Rust analyzer set up and all ready to go. And hopefully I still have enough RAM, what is that, resources or mission center. I still hopefully have enough RAM to uh, get through the live stream without having a weird crash again. And that's one thing I don't appreciate about Linux or Ubuntu specifically in this case. The crashes are, yeah, the amount of crashes you get are not that much, but the ones you do get are, well, that's it. Your whole system is restart, So yeah, I don't actually use these anyway. So yeah, as you can see, I have this user table thingy that is currently using CQuery. Now, CQuery, if you don't know, is the open source library upon which the really popular C ORM is built on top of. Now, I could probably use an ORM if this was an all Rust project, but since I'm looking more into like a multi-dimensional language sort of a situation, I thought it's probably best if I have a little bit more granular control over how my database is, right? So this is how it currently looks. I think it's slash dt. Yeah, it's slash dt. So we don't have anything. Let me just make watch. And that's cargo make, by the way, for the people who don't know. Yeah, it's a runner. That's all you need to know. Basically, I'll leave a link in the description again. which seems to be a pattern. Anyways, I also like using Bruno, which is is a piece of open source software made by a fellow Indian. So I'll just love that, and yeah, this is the version endpoint at least. So if I check that, you get an OK, and I think it's somewhere around like where do I where do I search for that? I don't know, like is it like check version or what did I name it? Nope, nope. That didn't bring up anything. Weird. I think they are in the web slash testing. Yep, there you go. Oh, yep, here we go. So config stores the version. You get the version. That's quite cool. So for now, these are the only two routes set up: version and DB. The DB, this thing basically checks if the database is working or not, right? So if I clone that and call it what, DB, right, and to that DB, you get OK database connection. Awesome. So now is what we actually need to do. So I'm actually working on creating the users web APIs, right? And that is where we will be doing some work, and I'm live streaming the whole thing because I really don't have the patience. And honestly, I'm getting a bit frustrated on how I'm structuring this. It's not the most efficient. I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. But yeah, yeah, weird stuff. But hopefully, I'll be able to get through it. Hopefully, uh, yep, yep, save that. Yeah, Bruno is working. I still have enough GB in case I run into a memory error. So with that, yes, we can get started. However, not before I show you in the model user.rs. This is how the table looks like. Basically, it has an ID, it's a username, email, and password. So I like to keep my tables really small because I find it easier to deal with multiple tables, like decomposed tables, rather than a single large table. It's a personal preference. So, uh, first up, honestly, don't know how we can go about doing this. Uh, maybe we can have like a struct. Do we have a struct? No, but this holds the routes, right? Yeah, we can have like an async function or no, async function of what? User routes. But no, that should go into the base .rs of this. No, not our base .rs. There you go. Yeah, we do not want to add an R to this whole thing. But I don't think that is registered in the mod.rs. Pubmod, what is that? Base. There you go. Yeah, here we can go pub async fn user routes, which what does that return? Yeah, that returns a router, right? That yeah, that accepts in a bunch of stuff. Is that is that no? You just for now router dot new. It returns a router. That's all we need. So now in create, we need to have a async function that you know accept request, which I honestly forgot how to do this. Uh, so yeah, that's way too many docs, but the binary is hopefully still small. That's not too big. Don't open it up in Firefox. It's still my default. Just don't ask me why. Hmm, where do we go? Yep, Axum is where you go. And what are we searching for? I think that's all right. If we are searching for handlers or extractors here, we are searching for extractors. So we are uh, buffer and into JSON that implements JSON serialize. Huh. Okay, so maybe we implement a public struct that says create user request. I'm not familiar with patterns in Rust, so I'm sure I'll end up using a lot of like Golingo, not Duolingo, Golingo, which it might affect this, but uh, you never know. I'm not even sure this is the way. Like, I think it's Jerome Show. I'm probably going to butcher the name. I better leave a link to it in the description. But the way he did it was quite different. Actually, it was so abstracted. It's so pretty. Some beautiful is the only word I had for it. Whereas mine looks like this. Actually, I would also prefer if I could serialize it, not just deserialize it. And what I can do here is have a public function that accepts the. Is that how I do it? Okay. Let's focus on. What do you call it? What do you call it? Create handle, create user. Okay, clearly go patterns here, but JSON, is that how you do it? Okay, no. You have axum.json. Yes, there you go. Hopefully that works. Yep, that works. But what happens if if you if that's not the case? I mean, yeah, sure, but what would happen to the errors? Is there an error that I could do that? Uh, wonder. Okay. We had if let's. Okay, so yeah. This seems fun. By fun, I mean more safe. We we can put in an option for this and expect a type. Okay. I guess some. Is that how we did it? That's not how we did it. Um, does it? Uh, mm, I mean, exactly that. If it is something, okay. Uh, if payload dot is none, yeah, we obviously need to have some errors in this, right? Uh, errors dot errors. Where is the base? There you go. Is that the base? That's I need the mod. Pub mod errors. There you go. So we can have a enum of user errors, right? Which first one non-binded JSON, which takes in a Sarde JSON error. I hopefully have an error type. Yep. If payload is none, I want to return a result of like create handle user. You're doing the whole thing. So this is like the parent function. So obviously I want to return a string. Is that how it works in enterprise apps? Usually 200 string is checked, right? So can I return like no, I probably cannot return that. And even if I do, I cannot. I probably cannot use this as a handler, right? Is there any way I can use this as a handler? Um, Wait, Axum routing, no, handlers, CSCD handler. Okay, so it can return a string. It can even result in a string and status code. Mm, mhm. Okay, so anything that implements the into response is valid. It must implement the handle trait. Okay, so in order for any of this to work, uh, right. So if any of this has to work, I think I can, as long string is implemented. You said, uh, uh, does that implement it? Where is that? User errors. Oh, it's not public. User errors. It's user errors. It's user errors. So it's, user errors. Okay. Okay. Um, I mean, for now at least, yes, it can. Then I can return an error of no JSON, else no function associated with custom found. Sada JSON error, error. Um, what? Uh, Really? No, no, that's not what I want. I just want the errors. Uh, Expected value. Yeah, I mean, what did you even expect? Expected mismatch types. No, no, it's okay. For now. Found enum constructor. Yes, yes. Okay. That's not what we want. Does that work? Expected a function or a tuple? Like, am I this dumb? Um, um, how about that? Uh-huh. Oh, okay. This doesn't fit right with me for some reason. At least a string. JSON payload doesn't match. Uh, okay. I mean, if it is a string, right? We obviously know what uh, what thing we are going to respond. Or is there any way? This might be such a horrible way to do stuff, but yes, that does work. Uh, bad request. Exactly. Yep, this is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah. Now that doesn't make any sense. Now that the, I mean, uh, map, not map. I mean, yeah, we already did check for the error, right? So, uh, uh, yeah, it's JSON of that, and what do? I say payload dot uh, validate. No. Payload dot zero. Email, password, username. I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Mm, I think it's in model users. Model users. Yeah, in model user to insert a user, I also need the ID. Okay, so in the utils, we can have a pub function called UUID. You're a genius, ChatGPT. It didn't even tell you that. So now all I think we can return is what does this return us? That returns us a string and a query error. So okay, uh, let SQL string is that's not how you do it. Uh, users, is that how you do it? Uh, mm, user table, insert user. Hopefully, no method. Okay, into response. How about that? No, what was I even thinking? They're not into response. Into. Yes. Obviously, you cannot just convert that. What is that? Idle. Uh, I would rather prefer that. Uh, what is that? User of ID is generate UUID. Below is that. Email is that. Password is that. Yeah, you have to obviously clone that stuff. Okay, so that uh, dot map error of user error slash db error. No. I guess I have defined db error somewhere. I just don't remember where. Db error. Mm, oh my god! I do not want to index all of this. Is there any way I can disable that search files to ignore? Yes. Yeah, they're not in your exclude file settings. Okay, that's weird. Ah, okay. Peering Nuber and Nuber. DB? I mean, no. There's any error, it should in fact be in the user. Right? Uh, you know what? Where is user? User error, wrong password, and hash error, DB connection. User. Perfect. So in this case, we want DB connection. Mm, mm, what do response from query error actually. Uh, query error. Uh, what? There's no DB error. What do you even return? No, 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 no. What do you return? Yeah. Okay. Error. Yeah. This is the mark of someone who needs to learn a lot about software yet, but ah, yep. Yeah, 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 yeah. Is this what I think? Okay, that returns it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. To be fair, yes, I'm not returning that. So, user created successfully. I do not need that. Cool, awesome. Handle the create user. One more very interesting thing. We never actually push the user. Oh my god. Okay. From where do I get the SQLX now? Uh, I mean, yeah, technically speaking, it should be just lying around somewhere here, waiting for me to use. Yeah, this is such an inconsistent pattern that, no. But am I even live? This is a question I ask ever so often. Not science. So someone has taken the
So
username. I
often.
know. That's all right. Not science. Let me mute that. So hey, hey, I mean, nice quality. Yeah, it's HD. Can't complain. There you go. That's Jeremy. I'm so sorry. I'm going to butcher the name, but yeah, this is where I got a little bit of my inspiration from. At least this SQL and SQLX part. So it's off, I guess. But yeah, it's just hard. I'm gonna give up though. We'll keep doing this, especially after the whole advent of code thing. Yeah, yeah, it's been 3 days in a row. Not in a row. I mean, I got 21 part one, but yeah, I'm about to break down in this. But hopefully, it's all right. I'll try solving to my best abilities again, and I know I'm talking like this thing, Democrat, like not a not a Democrat. What are they called? Like ambassadors who have to be yeah, basically yes. Anyhow, ambassadors is the right word, I guess. Anyhow, uh, and wait, this is not how you do it. Uh, do I execute my query right here? Like I think in testing.rs here, I simply called the model, but I cannot just call it every time. That's such a huge waste. Instead, what I would do is handle the create, obviously. But one more interesting problem is I do this. But I mean, how does he implement it? How do you implement an extract? Oh, you do that. But I'm not doing that. That's cool. So create user request. Yep. Now here we have wait, really no. That's going to be way too much. Mm, when this finally returns a router, whatever that's called, method router, so it doesn't really matter. Uh, People into response status code. That's a given. It doesn't need to have that. Uh, what is that? Get so many gets. Post, not paste, post. Yeah. Now instead of post. Okay, not found in the wait. Basic. Uh, Collections. Import get from routing. Trade bound. Okay, okay. Got that. Trade bound. What's that side? Mm, Non-binary JSON. Possibly error. Uh, yeah, not the right JSON. To, to string, maybe. Um, mm, mm, I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these long messages? Uh, so first up, what we can do here is uh, mm, first up going to be a bit right. And is there anyhow like handler and given handler? Mm, mm, is there how do I add headers to this? Is the question here. Uh, I mean, this is obviously a very bad move. My previous one was much better. Yeah, let go of the whole thing. There you go. Okay, not yet. How do I put it? If it is true, we can have a model. If that makes sense, model is uh, really helpful right about now. If uh, where the model from? Model. Where did you get it from? Okay, model of what? Model should have something. Yeah, model has a DB. So if it is okay, mm, model model uh, user user dot uh, which I got it user, but uh, that's not that's not how we do it at all. No, this is just so messy. Base of model, which new return the model. So if I do a model dot, there you go, db. Yep, now I have access to the whole power of the universe. How do I do that? db dot. How do I, how do I undo that? db dot. Uh, option is closed. Size try begin. Set connection value begin. Uh, no, no, neither. How to do that? Model dot test. Okay, all I have to do is pass it in the DB. There you go. Okay. So the whole thing is of SQLX. SQLX. Yep, there you go. There you go. Mm, uh, mm, okay. So that returns that user created. Doesn't implement. But why do you need it? Um, I mean, how about we do not decide the status code right here? Mm. No, we just pass it in as the error and hope it does the exact same thing. Okay. Mm, SQLX. Okay, there you go. Expected a function with a signature of that, but okay. So in our errors, it's not DB connection per se. Rather, it is uh, very, very, very problem, something like that. And then we have like a DB connection issue, which takes in a SQLX error. And then you take in a DB connection issue. Okay, you don't implement, you don't implement it, but like why do you need it? I think I can uh, cannot convert SQLX to string. Right. Okay. So match this, something like that. Exactly. There's no unwrap needed. Expected found a reference to that. That's the key. Mm, Mm, mhm. There you go. So now, okay, so uh, that's I think that should just be a bool at this point. And yeah, okay, true, I guess. And there's no question of true or false. Although I do need to return the UUID, so it should be a string. Thanks for reminding me of that. Mm, User ID is uh, generate UUID, and and I mean you yeah might as well. We are cloning everything else, so it doesn't have to consume it. But okay, there we go. So create handle so create user basically takes in that and returns that. Perfect. Which yeah, it doesn't really have to be that. Yeah, but it's just easier if I pass that in. So make that a reference and make that a reference. Any errors? Mm-hmm. Cannot move out of it. Yeah, you don't need to move out of it. As a reference or whatever that sequence is. Okay. Yeah, there's no need to call a clone. Yeah, it's still a reference. All of that is still a reference, so it's I know reference doesn't always mean memory efficient, but it does in most of the cases, I think. Okay, I'm not sure. Mm, wonder what does the sequel give back? Yeah, it gives us a query result that I'm sure affects it somehow. When it's not handled, this is create user request, which yeah, it simulates that basically. Or like might as well since we are passing all of that in. Won't it be a bit more efficient if we do not have to pass that in at all, right? And this is actually an implication of the create user request itself. Wouldn't that be cool? Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure. You can have the users to mean reference to cell or cell. There's no need of that. Yeah, yeah. This pattern I like. This pattern is good. Okay. So user dot clone. What is that? No, 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 no. There's no payload. Self dot username. And since all of that is hopefully memory efficient, I don't need to worry much about anything else. Yep, I don't. Okay. hmm So that's basically all I have to do. There's no need for next. Yeah, yeah. I'll be using you guys later. Uh, so yeah, hopefully that's all I need to do. And this does not even have to be public. Yeah, this does not have to be public, does it? No, not for now at least. So we can have a public async function called handle create user, right? That takes in a model which is a reference to the model, and load which is whatever that is. How do we do that again? JSON of create user request. Yep, and that gives up a method router. Uh, okay, that's not how it's done. Let's go to testing, see how it's done. Yeah, that's how you return the method router. So first up, we if load dot is none. Yeah. Remember that was an option. It said we can pass it in like that. If it is none, then we return get of async of. Is there any way I can pass in a code? Uh, like, is there any way I can pass in codes to that? Error handling, yes. Aims to have, yes. How do I handle errors? Yes, that can have a string and a status code. Right here. No. Handle a new error. Internal server error. Okay, so you think by all means there is sort of automatic error code handling. I mean, I guess you could call it that. Uh, so, I mean, I can give a status code of what? Internal server error and oh, so okay, so the string comes first. Uh, Unable to process request. Internal server error. Return that. Uh-huh. Actually, yeah, this does not have to be async. This can be async. So we can't have two asyncs, obviously. Load dot trap. Okay. Like let user be into inner, whatever that means. User all of those stuff. Like, are we passing in an actual user? No. We are only passing in a create user, which is a create user of all of those dot create. Then we are passing in the model. Okay. And yeah. Mm, what does this even mean? The following other implement handler is not satisfied. 49, 20, and 22. 20 and 22. Uh, how about we await it? Uh, uh, I mean, sure. Uh, uh-huh. Okay. required. Or how about we do not return method routers and we rather return a result of string and status code? Is that how the guy did it? Or no results? We just return a string and a status code, which is the status code CNAM. I know. Now you don't have a problem. Uh, okay. Yeah, I know, obviously, yes. Uh, okay. Uh, I think you can match create user or whatever that was. Wrong person, wrong one. Oh, oh. Okay. Right. Yeah, I guess I can await that. Yeah. Obviously, this has to be async now that we are passing that in. Mm, return. Actually, just match ChatGPT to the work. Okay, whatever that is. Oh my god, that's a lot. Uh, how about we take all of this and put it in pub fn handle error which is an error, mhm, which returns a user error, which returns a string and a status. Status. There you go. Handle, okay. Helen, wasn't this an effort? Okay, now hopefully when I do this, that's just a fake method for now. Post, add, handle, add. This is even public. There you go. Handle create user. Okay, handle create user. Uh, mm, okay, so how about mm, mhm, still a problem. Uh, how about that? JSON offload. About some JSON load. Uh, expected construct. Um, Well, how was it handling that? Mm, mm, mhm, mhm, mhm. And I guess now that would obviously result in error. There's no doubt. Mm, what trait bound? Create user request and required by bound and call. Um, action handler is not satisfied. Why? What does the handler need? My soul. Okay, you just need one thing, or how does it work? Yes, I'm not sure. You're not happy with that? What exactly are you going for here? Result of this one. Yeah, this makes more sense. Mm, 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 mm. But whatever that is, result of and JSON rejection. How about that? Yes. Mhm. Match load. Okay. Payload. Let load is uh, whatever that is. Uh, yeah, we you can't just have null initialized values like that. Uh, 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 payload. Payload. Okay, okay. And you guys can be the load. Okay. Uh-huh. Uh, uh, yeah, that's still this is on here. Mm, and create users. Payload. Mm, mm, okay, you know what? It's it's completely alright. I'll just return a string. How about return e dot string e dot e e dot string. Done. Mm, okay. Now, now you're satisfied. Even then it was so damn much. But these guys here said explicitly somewhere, okay, that we can do that. Where can I? Where can I check the docs of it? Actually, how long have I been even streaming? Seem to be lost in this. How many times? Listen. Uh, up for about an hour. So yeah, cool. So much time and not even able being able to. Okay, you know what? Well, we'll figure all of that stuff out. But for now, at least, let us merge. Web user restrict. Yep. And our this thing is only to ready to this thing. This is no longer in the tests. It's a new request called create user, and that sends a post request to HTTP localhost 8000 slash add slash user. And hopefully that's right. Add slash user. Perfect. So the body should be a JSON of the following strings: username, password, email. Okay. Username is cool. Password is what, and email is coolby at gmail.com. Hopefully, with that still running, send a request. User table does not exist. So okay. So at least our errors are good, right? So we have clear viable errors, although it's still returning a 200. Okay, which somehow hurts me at a deep level. So this user error is getting called, which oh my god, im- implementation of yeah. So what do I do with it? Is there I mean, is there anything that I can do? All of that is willy nilly. That's not the point though. Yeah. How about let's see if Copilot fixes it. Yeah, I'm really interested in this. You did nothing. Somehow fix that. Well, at least it's got that going on for it. Okay, so user relations does not exist. So to address that, before starting up the config, right? How about we do init module, right? Let's model is model new model.init. That'll make sure our whole this thing is initialized. Okay, so we have 299 dependencies. Not a good thing at all. Okay, so we have the user ID there. So all we need to do here is first of all, let's describe the tables. We have a user table. Select everything from user table. Actually, is there a desk user table that I can use? Uh, desk, there's not desk. There's just tuple. What cell? Okay, that just lets the databases. Let's provide it. How do I get what is the equivalent of what's that? Desk in PSQL, and is the dash D. Okay, okay. So yeah, yeah, sure, sure. But from that, dash D user table. Yep, that's perfect. Okay, so that's just the ID. Uh, so select everything from user table where ID is equal to whatever that is. There we go. Okay, so excellent. That works. Whatever messy implementation we did works. But now what happens? So instead of passing in the username, I pass in the user, and we get unable to pass JSON. But that is still a 200 OK request, which is something I definitely do not want. And okay, my biggest problem with this is its font size and stuff. It's not really customizable yet, but that's actively developed. So hope for that. Hope for the best. Okay, so we immediately get that. What happens now? Yep, but doesn't that sort of some weird constant going there? An email constant broken? No, there should be one. There should be a email constraint being broken there. You know, not just null. I also want this to be a unique key. So uh, delete. So let's just delete. So now hopefully, yeah, that returns nothing. But if I do that, character varying, character varying, character varying. Yep, done, done, done. So character varying. This is also a unique key now. And now that that's recompiled, send back the same request. Still works. Oh, right. I'll have to destroy it. The table to for it to work. Drop user table. Drop table user. Okay. Uh, make it to refresh that whole thing again. Yeah, there you go. So, okay, so that does not exist in the first place. What happens now when? Okay, what happens when I call this? Okay, so I get one. Um, I I I describe the user table. There you go. We have the unique constant, which is a B tree of ID, and okay, so we have two indexes, which is a B tree. Cool, cool. Yeah, I just read about that in DBMS class. Interesting. Select everything from user table where ID is that. Cool. So we have coolguy at gmail.com. Perfect. Send that again. Error return from the database. That error return from the database is hopefully being generated by this right here. Then again, all of this shenanigan is not really needed at all. But hey, at least the user is entering. We are able to enter in the user, but user table email key, since that is violated, since like that is violated, we can't switch. Right. Wait a minute, people. Let me actually check once again if we are live. This is just paranoia. It's just paranoia. It's still no. Yeah, so it turns out I talk very weird, but it's alright. Hopefully. Yeah, so, uh, I guess, yeah, that's all I wanted to do for today. Uh, Set up all of those stuff, get it up and running, and not to mention, I also wanted to start a bit of designing as well. So, let's just write up the journal entry when we are here. I might actually do some other stuff as well, but today's 23rd, Saturday. Oh, oh, yeah, I wrote this like a lot. Uh, the initial part works. Well, for now, I am mainly focusing on the Rust part, and I was able to set up SQLX. How do I code in this? Is code is there code? Can I get a code? I don't think I'll get a code. No, there's no code. Anyways, I was able to set up SQLX and SQuery. So my now works with a PostgreSQL database. Quite excited for what I can do next. Cool. Yep, even that's done. I can actually come out of that, work with its status, and oh yeah, we have a lot of stuff. Great user. Yep. So get at that. Get commit. What do I commit? T2? No. Add database connection. Yep. Open that up. Try to open it up in Firefox. Oh, you're going to open it up in Firefox. I mean, no offense to Firefox, I really love it, but I don't know. Just few days I've been bored of it. So I used Brave for a while and then switch back to it. This I don't really use this like ever. It's not even a good representation. 100% trust. Well, the journal entries seem fine. Initial project works and the Zenbook stuff. All of those seem to be working just fine. The backend slash entry also working fine. Huh, right. So yeah, right. Notifications to have automatically you're done with visualizations. You closed it. Mm, that's all right. So okay. Uh, now with that done, I guess that's it for today. It's just fun doing cool stuff. And yeah, Cloud Labs. Yes, yes. So open board. Bun. Anything new in Bun? Yeah, like the original plan was I was going to use Bun for this, like JavaScript. Since JavaScript would have made my job a lot more easier, but I wanted to explore creating backends in Rust and wanted to see what's up in that area. So, uh, actually, if possible, in this, I want to also see if I can use something like what's that called? Spring Boot, because that's hired quite a bit in India, and I want to learn that as well. So, and not only that, I just wanted to try it out. Anyhow, uh, now I'm going to go play my favorite game for a while. You might have heard of it. It's called Zero AD. So I'll do that and chill out for a bit. It's Saturday, 10 p.m. here. Might even sleep soon. So yeah. Anyhow, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. Uh, and I'll see you guys in the next one. But I won't leave before I quickly check, like go on to the live dashboard. Just like to be there. And actually, before I forget, I recently reached 115 subscribers, so thanks for that. And up, uh, that's not cool. You need a bit more than that. Up, the three viewers at one point. That's really cool. Thanks. Oh, one like. Thank you so much. I don't know who that is, but uh, thank you. And yeah, with that being said, thanks for watching. I will probably end the stream from my GPU screen recorder. So thanks for watching. Hope you have a great one. Goodbye.